Welcome to musicmoveit.com, and today we're going to discuss mechanical royalties. Mechanical royalties. It is something that a lot of artists don't even really know about. Some of you do, who really do your homework and are more business savvy on the music business end of things. But basically, a mechanical royalty is a royalty that's paid to songwriters whenever their song or album is pressed, or whenever it's used digitally or sold digitally. It depends on the contract, but the labels will pay you a royalty for each album that's manufactured, or it could be a single, an EP, whatever. Now, they're important, obviously. But sometimes the contracts are a little different. Like the label might have a clause in a contract saying, you know, we're going to pay such and such percent for each mechanical royalty to the songwriters, but they want to not have to pay out any royalties on promotional copies that are pressed up, which makes sense if you think about it, because those aren't going to be sold. They're just going to be distributed to radio and all that good stuff. So a lot of people, artists and stuff, get it confused with performance royalties, which ASCAP and BMI and CSAC all handle that stuff. That's whenever your song is performed, like in public or in a movie or, radio, they are the ones to collect royalties, which in turn will be paid out. But mechanical is different. So definitely remember it's two separate things. So, mechanical royalties, of course, they're paid by a label to the artists or the songwriters on the album, things like that. And they also are paid by other companies. Let's say you have a song out there and someone wants to cover it. They have to get, of course, your sign off on it to use your song, but they also have to get a license to press the music, mechanically, or get a mechanical license. So because you are a songwriter of that cover song, they have to get a mechanical license to basically press the album, sell it digitally, and all that good stuff. And you, whoever created the song, will get those royalties. So the main company that collects these royalties is called the Harry Fox Agency. And they're like the ASCAP BMI of mechanical, if that makes any sense. So they're the company that collects these royalties, and they make sure the songwriters get paid, whether it's through the label, or if you're indie, it'll just go straight to you and whatnot. So now, say you wanted to do a cover song. Say your band wants to do a cover of, Michael Jackson's Beat It for some reason. You would have to go to Harry Fox Agency and submit a form for the rights to get a mechanical license to press this song up once it's done. And then you would have to pay Harry Fox, and then Harry Fox would distribute the funds to the songwriters of Michael Jackson Beat It, or whatever song. I just threw that one in there. So I'm hoping you're getting this. It's paid whenever an album is pressed or sold digitally or whatnot. And there's also variances too. It depends on your contract. Sometimes a label will say, we want to pay the mechanical license just on albums sold. Not how many we pressed up, but just how many we actually sell. Or sometimes they pay them on how many they actually pressed up versus how many they sold. So it just depends what's in your contract. Like I've talked about lawyers before, you got to get you a good lawyer and discuss that stuff. Now, what does this mean for if you're an indie artist and you are your own label, or if you own a label and you have your own artists? Basically, you have to register the songs with the Harry Fox Agency. And then if you have your own artists, you have to pay that royalty to your artists, the mechanical license fees of how many albums are sold or pressed up, whatever you work out in your contract. Now, if you're a solo artist, you're just doing it by yourself, and essentially you are your own label, you'd want to register your songs to Harry Fox. And obviously you're not going to pay yourself for mechanical royalties because You know, you don't have to. If it was someone else involved, then yes. If it was their song, or unless though you have other songwriters on your project, then you would have to pay them mechanical royalties. Does that make sense? But if you're writing your own songs and creating your own stuff, you don't pay yourself these royalties, because it's just not how it works. But you still need to register with Harry Fox Agency, because if someone wants to use your song down the line, they will need to get a mechanical license for that, and they'll have to go through Harry Fox. So you could go to their website, the Harry Fox Agency, just Google it. It's simple and easy. All the facts are right there. You know, the frequently asked questions and things like that. So it's pretty easy, and it's just another thing of how lucrative songwriting is. You know, when you're a songwriter, you get mechanical royalties, performance royalties, you know, you get all that good stuff. There's so much involved writing songs. So if you're not that big on wanting to be the main forefront artist, think about being a songwriter, you know, and go through a publishing company where they could find uses for your songs, and you can get all these benefits of all these royalties. It's a pretty lucrative thing for these people writing songs out here, and there's so many. So many people have made so much money just from writing songs, and that's it. So, but that's the basics of mechanical royalties. I hope it helped understand it somewhat more. Like I said, you could go to the Harry Fox Agency, and they have a whole page of how they work exactly, and you know, they have their forms, so you can either find music or register with them. So it's a good thing to do. Try it out. Now, I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. There's a lot of videos coming up, a lot of past content that you could check out, a lot of great subjects and topics, and I hope you get to watch them. Now, don't forget to look in the description and check out all the links for artists. There's a link down there where you can get 100 free spins with Jango.com. They're like a Pandora, or a Spotify type thing, more like a Pandora, I believe. And they're worldwide. They were one of the top 5 music sites in the country for a while. I'm not sure where they're at now, but they're good. They're reputable, and take advantage of it. It's right down in the description. The link to that, get 100 free spins from them. Now, like I said, please subscribe. Click the subscribe button and that bell that's next to it, and that will notify you whenever I make a new video. And I hope to see you next video. Thank you for watching.